Got to give the people what they want. See how fast I did that? Trying to get this one done. This should be the shortest video of this year so far. A value clarification. All right, get this down. So here's our regular quadratic, y equals x squared. The a value, we just wanted to make sure you understood what we were talking about when we were talking about if it grows fast or if it goes slow. And if the a value is positive or negative, blah, blah, blah. So on this is like our basic equation, y equals x squared. Everything is based off of this, all right? But if I change this a value, so if I say y equals 2x squared, let's say I had y equals 2x squared, that a value makes this thing grow faster, okay? So it's ultimately thinner because it's going up faster. So this would be y equals 2x squared, because this a value, the a value is greater than 1. When you get an a value that's greater than 1 or less than negative 1. So if it's either bigger than 1 or less than negative 1, it's going to make this thing grow faster. All right? A value greater than 1, less than negative 1 makes the quadratic grow faster. That's what a values greater than 1 or less than negative 1 do. So if I made this a value, let's call this like 6, right? It'd grow even faster in here. It'd get thinner, it'd go up quicker. Okay? So now, if I have this same equation, you're probably going to need to write a new one because you're not going to erase it. I have this same one, so I'm going to start with the initial. We'll say this is your second one. We're going to say this is y equals x squared. And I draw a new one with an a value of, let's say, y equals 1/3 x squared. Now it starts to look like this. It flattens out. Because now it is starting to grow slower. So when you have an a value that is fractional, it's between -1 and 1. So it's all the fractions between -1 and 1. That's what your a value is. It's a fraction or it's a decimal. That means that the quadratic grows more slowly. Okay? And it's growing slowly. It's taking longer. I have to go farther out here to get higher on the y-axis because it's growing more slowly. So the quadratic is wider. Okay? And you are just going to draw one more. So I'm going to erase mine, but you're going to draw one more graph underneath here. And it's very basic, nothing fancy. Right? And we're going to draw the same one. We'll draw, that's horrid. But we're going to draw the basic y equals x squared. So here's y equals x squared. And if the a value turns negative, it just flips it. This is y equals -1 x squared. Right? If that a value is negative and it's a fraction, it's going to be concave down and it's going to be wider. Y equals -1/2 x squared would be this bad boy right here. And obviously, if the a value was a large positive number, or excuse me, a large negative number like -5 or -6 or something, it's going to be thinner because it's going to grow faster in the negative direction. Y equals -5 x squared. And you put that one right there. Okay? So that's just super quick about A values. Most of you guys figured this out. A couple people had questions, so we wanted to do that again. Nothing too fancy. I need a shout out. Shout outs go to Russell and Russell. Done.